Hold on, let me adjust the volume of that a little bit. I don't need it that high. There we go. I think that's better. It's gonna be a chill night, relaxing with a bit of the city. I didn't play a ton of this one growing up. SimCity 2000 was my jam. But I wanted to go back and play around with this one more. I did do a video of it long, long ago. And so I kind of felt like maybe unearthing a little bit of that. I might as well just leave it at that. It's fine. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. There we go. There we go. I'll take that. Hmm. Start over here by the water side right here. Yeah. What do we got for power plants? No, come on. Is there no scrolling? Oh, there is. It's just arrows and not. Okay. Let's put this in this corner. For now. Okay, so sure. Okay. Let's see. It does take a little bit of time getting used to basically out-of-date controls. Anything else that needed? No? What's going on here? Oh, no. Commercial. And some dense commercial in here. Let's see what else. Let's see, do I need... come on. Oh, you jerk. What? wrong button. That would be why. Okay. Okay. Hey. Things are getting built. Hold on. Okay. Health and education. School. Fire station. Nope. Put some dense residential. Actually, I probably should put like police and fire department down over here first. Then I can put the dense. all my pollution will kind of be at this corner of the map for the moment. Okay, so no, bad dog. Okay. Is this just too far away from the roads? It might just be too distant from the roads, maybe. Do need some more residential, it looks like. Give me that dense residential, please. Always good to lie. Always love a good city jazz. Hospital. Figured that was coming. Automatic lighting controls. Trying to think of the best location for the rail. Might be right here. And then I can put this rail all the way down to the end of the... Just put it like all the way out here. That way I can also kind of build this area up more. No. I can put the... I put small park areas in there. I figured crime is all over here. What else do I need? I could do with a little light industrial. Hmm. Okay. Which I think is rewards. Yeah. Mayor's house. I'll put it down here. Okay. Too far from water. Hold on. Oh, right. Probably need to make another pump, I'm sure. Oh, I don't have that kind of money. Above ground. So I'm just building a nice chill city. The name, of course, is from Troll 2, but also, like I said, one of my earliest YouTube things was to do a SimCity 2000 playthrough back some decade ago. And so I felt like just fool around with Nilbog again, only in SimCity 3000 this time. I do need to... What's... If I move this rail... Okay. No, not that. I wonder, can I just put the industrial here? That's all unpowered. Which also makes sense. What the hell? Nope, it's some button I'm hitting there. Is like defaulting back to commercial zones or something. Okay. I guess that works. Industrial demand still very high. What all else do we have? Sure, why not? Okay. Well, think there's a better way of doing that. I'm just not sure what the button is. The ocean apparently has very large amounts of population. What? Okay, well, fancy. Hmm. I just have to wait for money to show up in my bank account. Haunted house, you say? What the? Why? I was under the impression that... Is that not supposed to give me money every month? Oh. It's $10 a month. What? Oh. Okay, well... I guess I will speed up time, because... I mean, I guess I could... Problem is, well... I just... Yeah, I might as well take a loan, just so I can... Just so I can have something to do while I'm waiting for money to roll in. I need to also... pump water... Hopefully... That's all set now. Okay, I need... I guess I'll put some more light industrial in. Quit asking me. Okay. I'm just curious if this one station will cover this whole area. Yeah, looks like it. Right, I need to put schools or improve schools in here. I'll just stick it in there. Who doesn't have water? Yeah, yeah. Who is too far from water? Okay, that's... some reason I thought you could actually zone farming in this. In SimCity 3000. Is that 4000 maybe? Damn, that's a huge ass haunted house. With some more medium density? Yeah. Probably should put a bus station in here somewhere though. Let's put one up here. There, actually. Okay. Hey. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, hold on, I'm trying to adjust and move so that I don't knock the cat out of my lap. I'm talking about you. Oh. Okay. I think that should be right. keep trying to WASD move around like a fool. Let me pause for a second real quick. Oh, my water is out of reach. It's down here somewhere. There you go. 1 second. 1 second, mass transit's great. Next second, traffic. Okay, well... Okay. Ooh. No. Okay. Oh, who's griping about water now? Okay. Well, let's have to wait till money rolls in again. Yeah, just like SimCity 2000, it does take a little bit for some of the things to update as far as like water coverage and mass transit coverage and et cetera, et cetera. Ugh. Nope. It seems like we've got some kind of what the? Oh, crap. Why is the... Okay, I get it. I can't build more. Hmm. Could put the gas power plant in. Let's put it here. Huh? No. I need the... Ah. Okay. Yeah, I... no, come on. That doesn't seem particularly valuable. Speed up a little bit more. Where? Needs a museum, you say? It's education. Oh. And then another hospital in this one. I can. Mine costs 5,000? I don't know about that. A regular ass prison here too. And then sure. hand going a little bit numb. No road long enough to... Oh, whoops. Huh? You mother... I sure as hell didn't tell you to build any of this shit. I need industrial zones again. I'll probably just put some more light. Or no, you know what? I'll put some of that stuff in there. Stretch my legs out. Move my seat a bit. I need to adjust a little bit because my... Unfortunately, I'll have to figure out some way to see the screen a little bit better. Let me turn this down a little bit. Should be better? Yeah. But the screen is still very small sized. I'm sure there's probably a text setting I can adjust to make the window size bigger. We got pipes. Okay. Okay. Well. No, not that. Another library? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's see. Can I adjust the tax down and still make it? Be alright? Yeah. I'm kind of holding out till I can get the recycling centers and that kind of stuff. Hmm? Hold on a second. Is it? No, not that. Pumping station. I mean, capacity 0. Out in the middle of the woods. Nice. Shocking. I'll just put my park here. This here. And we'll stop there. Okay. The historical Dusty Lot. Hey, what's going on, Steeler? How you doing? Hey. Welcome all. Just kind of hanging out. Doing a little bit of late night SimCity. Yeah, I'm playing the old it's the SimCity 3000. I'm guessing probably the one in Smash is the actual old SNES version. Would be my bet. Yeah, yeah. That is the... I guess that there's a parade going on somewhere now. But yeah, that's the, I think I own a physical copy of it somewhere. I do, in fact. There is a parade going on somewhere. I know they were going to start one, but I'm not sure if it... I don't see it anywhere. Wait. No? There it is. That is, in fact, where the... Oh no, the parade is here in the game. In fact, there's the parade of... It keeps jumping back here because the floats are starting here and going down this street. It would be very weird for there to be a a parade outside my house at 10:30 at night. Yeah, here, let me crank that down a little bit. That's the game at like 15% volume. Oh, that's just the usual random SimCity stuff. SimCity 1 didn't have any of that stuff, but I want to say SimCity 2000 and SimCity 3000 just had these random tickers. Sometimes it's actual, like, relevant things to your city. Other times it's just flavor. I've got, totally not Mickey Mouse head, some dinosaur floats. There's this blight abandoned building. Oh, just since I started the stream, like hour and a half. It's been going for a little bit. It's not huge. It's this area here. Here's the industrial sector. A little bit more of it. Always kind of get a little slowed down by the fact that you run out of money pretty quick, so you kind of have to... Oh, I can't fast forward because the parade is going, and the parade is basically pause time, I guess. I guess I'm waiting for them to finish their drum lines out. They are... They're moving through this densest area of the city, so I can't really see where they're going. There, it finally finished. So now time has resumed. But yeah, this one specifically, SimCity 3000 came out in '99, and I played a little bit of it. But like I said, I always played. I owned the SimCity for the SNES and played a lot of it, and then SimCity 2000 was the go-to on the PC back in the day. But I never played much of 3000. So I thought I would sit down and just kind of chill out. It was one of those games that I played long ago. In fact, like I said, I think it was one of my first things that I ever uploaded to YouTube. It was like 12 years ago. It was some SimCity 2000 gameplay. And so I thought I would sit down, relax, try to get my bones under control. I stretch my body out and relax a little bit. Ooh, pop some things back into place. And like I said, I'm a sucker for city jazz, and this version of the game has a lot of city jazz. I need more industrial. Let's see. I think I need to come out this way, I think. Nope. Okay. And some bus stops. Thing that I've never experienced in my life. Considering the quality of bus routes in the area. Can't. Oh, okay. Okay, my water's all hooked up. I probably should go to the ordinances. Probably should turn off Conservation Corps aren't bad. Let's go for that. I think there's one specifically for... where is it? I thought there was one that helps with... electronics companies, that's what it is. Right. This area here is not hooked up properly, I don't think. What? Of course. Blackouts? What? Right, I probably do need another school, actually. I think I only have one for the entire area. Which is, how you say, not good. I mean, they haven't. I've only lowered the residential taxes, so... You are factually incorrect, sir. I need... one power supply. Let me look and see what we're at power-wise. 243, 2483, 5. Probably am getting close to needing another one. Let's see. Still can't. Don't know if I want to put in. I'd rather wait and get the recycling plants and such. I'm being real. Nuclear power. Yeah, why not? Wow, ow. thank you, cat. I had forgotten you were not on me already. I could actually, in fact, sell... Oops. No, not that. Oh, right. I need to wait till I get enough money to set that up, I guess. Okay. Shit. Expenditures. My loan is all paid for already. Okay, listen, game, I'll speed up time. Just so I can get the money to connect that thing up. Oh, what? Fire has broken out, you say? Oh, okay, I see. I do, however, want to connect up the power. Because now I can sell it. Yeah, literacy, good. What? Really? Okay. What? That was... Huh. Somehow... I thought it just said it wanted 10,000. Did I just not read that right? Because, I mean, I guess I could have just got boned on that. Oh no, he wants 18,000. That's a largely different number there, buddy. Hold on. What all? No, if I had... you know what? I could. Let's do that. I'll take out a loan. That way I can build the... I can build the nuclear plant, another one. Sell the excess off. And then... where did that... power deal? Nope, that's not it. Yeah, fine. Power deal, please. No, I'm... Fine. Power deal, thank you. Oh, huh? Did I have an earthquake? I guess there was an earthquake in the area. Cool. Yeah, it's on by default. You can actually turn it off if you just wanted a peaceful chill time, but like I don't want it to be too easy. In the Super Nintendo, oh, this is all screwed up to the point where I can't complete the line anymore. In the Super Nintendo one, you could actually, well, you can summon disasters in all of them, but in the Super Nintendo one of the disasters was actually just having like Godzilla-sized Bowser roll through and just smash the city up. I need to level terrain. Hold on. I think that should fix it. Okay. Not quite the... oh, no, don't do that. I definitely enjoy them. Part of it is I also grew up with a lot of them, so it was it was the kind of game that would occupy a lot of time. And so, in between, you know, the occasional RPG that would come out back in the day, you could spend several hours messing around with a simulator of some sort. Okay. Cycling centers. Nice. Yeah, and especially like with RPGs, you could play them a few times and get through an entire game. And I know I played, like Final Fantasy 3 and Chrono Trigger a couple times to completion. But like this sort of thing would basically have the same sort of shelf life. You could sit here and play this thing for, tens of hours. And each time it would have, depending on the map layout and all that stuff, it gives you some additional challenges and things. Yeah, that is definitely another thing. Like, I don't know why I never got into the Madden stuff. For whatever reason, I had like one of my first Super Nintendo games. I would almost guarantee it was a grandparents thing. One of my first Super Nintendo games was like PGA Tour Golf. And it's like I have never once played golf in my entire life, but for some reason, like I would sit down and try to like play this dumb golf game and like get to the top of the leaderboard in this sport that I didn't give much of a shit about. But again, as a kid, like you get the games you're given, and that's the games you play. I need the... Where's the recycling at? Huh? I thought it was under landfill. Oh, okay, cool. Just what I wanted. More disasters. No, where is the... No, I don't need lighthouse. Yeah, it is a weird feeling going from back in the day, like gaming rentals used to be like an interesting, cool thing because you could check out a game for a weekend and you'd have a couple options. And then nowadays, like Steam sales, I have so many games from Steam sales and bundles and yada yada that like I could never play them all. And sometimes you just end up with games you're just not even interested in. You're just like, oh, I wanted it for that game. Or these couple of games, and now I've got 5 others that I could maybe give away. But, you know, whether or not anybody actually takes them is another deal. Where is it? I could have swore it was in landfill. Is it not? it's not in there. Ay, ay, ay. Industrial? No. No. I do need to put a college somewhere at some point. Where? Oh, there we go. Oops. I do want to put the recycling center here somewhere. Yeah, I get it if there are games that are similar. Like, I can definitely find it easier to play a bunch of different sim games sort of adjacent to one another. But I would definitely be... Like, if I were to pick up Rocket League again, I would probably be rusty as hell at this point. It's not a thing I could just dust off and... Oh. Okay. But yeah, things of a similar nature I could see not being near as difficult to grasp going from game to game. Like back in the day, like I used to play a lot of FPS games, and it wasn't particularly tough to go from game to game. There's some mechanics were a little different, but... Oh. Can I zoom out and see where this is all... Oh no. It is hitting my city. I mean, I would totally be down for like an all Mario Party TV pit sometime. If everybody was down to play on a Sunday evening. Because I could easily schedule that in. But it's kind of... Oh, hold on. Let me scoot. Got a little bit of a... Got a bit of an extra heat issue now that the cat is on me again. It's always just one of those things where it can kind of be hard to sell, especially younger people, on... Yeah, it's a game show. If you want to check out... In fact, hold on, let me pause real quick. I think it's... It is basically a game show where you have all kinds of different video game challenges. Either you're playing some games, you could be guessing screenshots from games, trivia. There's some like Pictionaries type stuff, guessing or identifying audio tracks. I did. I think I did mention it in the MPTV Discord at some point. In fact, I think that's. Didn't you hear about it from there, Cobra? I did put the feelers out there because, like, I think Wizard Man has been on from there, but it's kind of one of those things. Like I said, it's kind of it can be a little hard selling that sort of stuff to people, especially like I said, younger people who didn't grow up with those games. So if you didn't like grow up with any NES or SNES games, you know, it's just like, maybe. Oh yeah, I mean, true. I have been when yeah, I've been on it a couple times. The I haven't been on it too much recently. Like since I was down in Arizona and taking care of my grandparents, like I kind of a lot of that stuff kind of got shelved. I wasn't on it too much. I mostly did admin work for it. I still technically do all the well, not all of it. I do the Sunday scheduling. I think Smite directly handles the Wednesday GDQ episodes. But used to be on it a lot more back a few years ago. But for a few years, I just hadn't. I for a while there, I wasn't even like playing much video games in general. I got back here, like, ended up with, oh, that's why the water's not working. I got back here, like, right after my grandmother had passed away. I had caught COVID. And then, like, most of that year was kind of just kind of a blur. I need to fix. Yeah. Yeah, and that was kind of where I was at while I was down there in Arizona. Part of the problem was just that um, when you have to take care of your grandparents or take care of elderly people who need like 24/7 care pretty much just because they're kind of fall risks, when you have to like keep an eye on them constantly, you can't really leave the house. You end up getting stuck just playing a lot of games or like entertaining yourself at the house. And I got to the point where I just got real burnt out with video games. It's just like, you know, I've done so much of it, I can't leave the house for too long. So, and when I finally came back to Kansas City, like that was the first thing I did was just hung out with people, like just caught up for months. Just we played games, but we played like board games. We hung out and did social stuff. And I just, you know, I was like, I don't video games, whatever. I'd rather hang out and chat with people. And then unfortunately, my gastroparesis has kind of been a bit of a pain recently. So it's kind of slowed me down from like getting out and doing too much. I mean, I don't live within the city limits of Kansas City. I live like in one of the suburbs around it. I used to live in Kansas City, but it was like the northern end of like Kansas City is one of those cities where the actual yeah, I think I remember hearing you guys talking about being in on the Kansas side of things. Um, but Kansas City is one of those, and it even goes into Kansas. Like Kansas City itself is such a wide, massive city, but it's just very low density. So like, there's places that are, you know, 20, 30 minutes north of the actual like downtown that are still in Kansas City because Kansas City is just this massive sprawl. Now we have a tornado, but thankfully it's like way down here, nowhere near anything. But yeah, I do encourage folks on other servers that I hang out on to sign up for Arcade Pit whenever they feel like it, because nowadays it's mostly regulars. Like occasionally you'll get some new people sign up, and when the show showed up on uh, when it was part of Giant Bomb and GDQ, we started to see some more new people show up, but there's usually enough time slots available that just about anybody can get in eventually, just given, a couple weeks. Yeah, that's the thing. So, like, I was down in Arizona, like, right outside of Phoenix, but, like, the way Phoenix handles it, like, everything is very much broken down into, like, separate like actual cities. Like even though it looks like it's just one big massive sprawl, so much of like the greater Phoenix area is still broken down into different cities. But with Kansas City, there's still some smaller suburbs broken off from it. Like you have like Independence and oh and like Gladstone and what's going on here? Cats are getting mad. Yeah, that's. I definitely feel for people who have lived in small places like that. Like there was more earthquakes. I don't need more earthquakes. Hopefully, it's not done any damage to me. Yeah. Um. My grandparents used to live in. Oh, you know what? No wonder I have my speed like way too high. Sure. Um, my grandparents used to live out in King City, which is like out by St. Joe, like just basically it's farmland. It's rural Nowheresville. And my other grandparents used to have a cabin down in the Ozarks, so you would be like, an hour or so, probably an hour and a half out from any like major shopping locations. No, it's all King City, Missouri. I've mostly been in the Midwest. Outside of those years that I lived down in Arizona for, I'd say I think it was like 5 years. I mean, that's well, okay. I was gonna say it's not more than like the Kansas City proper. Like that's definitely more than I've got in like the Liberty area, or it's technically Pleasant Valley, but you know, um, the general like suburb sprawl that's out this way. Um, well, I'm thinking generally, so like all the files and stuff, all the software that you need is all provided. Like we've got a kit that you basically just open up. It's got its own uh, self-install OBS. It's got its own paint program, and it's got all the games that you'll need. All that stuff is all included. All you have to do is like run a bat file. Other than that, like I would say it's kind of the usual, like you know, don't be an asshole. You know, no racist, no sexist stuff. Like general like streamer etiquette type stuff, and otherwise you're golden. Like you know, swearing's fine. Nowadays people don't take it too seriously. Like it's cool, like playing. Yeah, like it's cool. When you succeed at challenges and win, and but it's basically just have fun playing the video games and have a good laugh at like dumb drawing prompts or the absurdity of trivia questions that show up, that kind of stuff. But if you can also show off some Mortal Kombat 2 skills, or you know beat a Mario challenge. Yeah, don't do that kind of stuff, obviously. Um, do I have to save it manually? I think I do need to save it manually. Sure. But yeah, other than that, it's when was it? It's 8 p.m. Eastern on Sunday nights. Yeah, it's that Cobra, like for one, like it would be very suspicious that you would like try to do that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's definitely been a thing that he's been running for nine years, I think is what he said now, and it's definitely been fun, kind of running in the background, like doing some of the legwork for it, having fun just getting people together and getting the word out to people to try it out, show up and hop on. Originally, that was kind of the thing. Smite had intended it like initially to kind of be the kind of show that a lot of people could come on and do collaborations with. But it's one of those things where um, part of the problem was like trying to get initially like he was trying to get a whole lot of speedrunners and stuff to do it, but like there's a bunch of speedrunners who like A don't really like playing on emulators, and B they kind of just stick to their particular games. They don't really mess around with too much other stuff. There's a few of the people, a few of the regulars that do play in the pit are speedrunners, but it's always one of those things that's kind of just hard to pin down active like people in the retro category. There is some Mario Party challenges in there, although it's all for Mario Party Advance because it's the only game that runs on the systems that we use. But hey, if you're good at Mario Party Advance, I mean, I get it from a like a from a speedrunner standpoint. I can get why people uh, can be finicky about it, because you can, if you're, especially if you're used to the original hardware, you can kind of get too used to the way the hardware plays, and you can kind of end up with some issues switching over to emulator. Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely understandable. Especially if you're like, if you didn't have any of that stuff on hand pre-pandemic, because like prices on a lot of that stuff just shot through the roof around then. Like in fact, the only reason I have like any physical games is that um, I bought a Retron, which is not, initial, is not actual hardware, but it let me import um, import the Super Nintendo and Famicom games, and used Japanese games are like a tenth of the price, or were. I think the market is getting a little, or had been getting a little more expensive over there. But like I picked up a copy of like Pokemon Pinball for like $4, $3. And I know that goes for like 25 at least over here. And this was when I was, buying some old cartridge stuff. I need industrial. You know what? I'm gonna put another. Windmills, you say? But yeah, if you do sign up for it, I will always kind of advise people to sign up either with a partner or like have somebody in mind they want to bring on with them. Just because it's usually just more entertaining and more fun when you have somebody on your team that you know ahead of time. It also and the way I tend to do it, the way I tend to do scheduling is I will almost always pick newer people over people who have been on before. It's just, it just makes sense to get new faces on the show, find new personalities that might vibe with the show and have fun with it. And so I will always take newer people over even people who have been on a couple times. But when it comes down to it, when if you get on the show a couple times, then it always kind of comes down to, do you have a partner? Like, because if you have a partner signed up, I kind of weigh that as like, oh, well, your partner hasn't been on before, so that's a new person. Or, hey, this is a team. Everybody else who's signed up is signed up solo, so that's 2 slots of the 4 taken care of already. Like, so long as you weren't on like last week, then I just grab a team because they're usually more entertaining, or at least they have more fun with it, typically. But yeah, it's definitely a thing that I've had fun with. I've had fun being on it. But like I said, I grew up with so much of those games and what? Oh, how did what? That's not right. There's no way I goofed that. Oh, did I somehow disconnect the... That must have been what happened. That... No, I didn't. It's right there. What? Slightly annoying. But yeah, like I said, it's a fun time. It's I would, like I said, definitely recommend checking it out. Just check out an episode and see whether or not it is interesting. I have water problems? Oh, right. It's because of this. Oh, and all this. Yeesh. Sounds good. Yeah, if you need to... it might not be in there or not. Is it in there? Oh. Yeah. I was gonna say, if you... I assume maybe you're already on the Discord over there, but if you ever get on the Discord, a lot of the stuff that goes on there can, like, even if you don't have a partner or like you need to get more stuff, more questions asked and all that kind of stuff, or you know, there could be slots available for the Wednesday afternoon games. What, I don't remember. It might be evening, but there are occasionally also Wednesday pits. But those are on GDQ. You don't necessarily have to sign up with a teammate. Like I said, it's generally better to sign up with one because at least when signups are more plentiful, if there's a larger pool of people to sift through, I do usually weigh teams that are signed up over individuals, but I almost always will take new people. So even if you're not on a team, if it was just you signing up and you had never been on before, like, I would probably still take you over somebody who's been on, 10 or 20 times over the last couple of years. But also, like, if you so happen to have, like, you have a Sunday open, but nobody else does, you could always hop in there and holler in the Discord and be like, hey, does anybody want to sign up for this Sunday or next Sunday? I've got time available. There's definitely some regulars that are there that will partner up with just about anybody. Oh, I might probably just need more water. That's what it is. No, not that. I need water structures. I'm also a little ADD at the moment because it is getting late, and I'm the window is very small on my screen because I've just kind of rigged up this game from the 90s that runs on Windows 95, so it's just this small ass window. because it took me most of the, like, afternoon just trying to get it to run. Oh, okay, I guess we're having a parade again. Let me turn the volume down a little bit. No problem, Steeler. Thanks for popping on in. Have a good night. And if you sign up, I hope to catch you on there soon. Like I said, I think it would be... I would absolutely... Hey, thanks, Steeler. I would absolutely, if you ever get the four of you guys together, I will absolutely sign up an all Mario Party pit sometime. An MPTV salt pit. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the other issue. Like, you have to be. No, I was say you have to have like a working mic, something that would, you know, something to like at least let people hear you. But I know we've had people who've also had trash quality mics, so. It is more important that your internet is good. That's good enough that like you can stay connected to a stream or a stream something out. That's the most important thing. Ah, cool. Yeah, because we've had a few shows where people have been like just had random disconnects because you can't ever really control that stuff. I think the quote unquote worst we've had was on the Giant Bomb Pits. We had Matthew, who does Botchamania, and that guy's from the UK, and his internet like just one episode like just kept crapping out, and he had to like stop and reset his router in the middle of the show, and they just had to like play around him until he got back. Yeah, no, that one was, I think, last year. I think it was last year when they were still doing Giant Bomb Pits. Hey, the parade's done. Nice. Like I said, it just is a thing that happens. Nobody can really control it too often. the only time it is ever the only time it's really a big problem is if it happens like right in the middle of somebody having to play the game. Like if I say, Cobra, here, take this Mega Man 3 challenge, and or you, or I guess most of the time it's going to be you going like, oh, I'll take the Mega Man 3 challenge, and as soon as you take it, your, network screws up on you, then it tends to just be a problem of, oh, such and such internet is crapped out. Well, um, your partner will step in and play the game for you. We'll try to get you back in. Uh, way back when, like I would say years ago, we have had some times where people would like drop out entirely, like their internet would just be gone, and we'd have to like drag somebody in last minute to like, hey, we need you to, jump in here and team up with so and so because somebody just dropped out. But that's I want to say that's been like, I can probably count that many shows that's happened on my one hand. I mean, I would definitely tell Holmes not to do anything too rash. I mean, unless he just never wants to come back on the show. I mean, that's an option, because I know I know that will be frowned upon. Just be like, well, don't let don't let him back on. We have had one or two people, and this was again way back long ago. We had oh, now I'm trying to remember what happened. We had somebody who decided that they would try to render video in the background while they were like trying to be on the pit, and so it like, just like would constantly screw up their stream to the point where everybody was kind of like constantly waiting on them to do their thing. And so Smite was just like, "Hey, you should have known better than to ever do that. Like, don't do that ever again." Well, yeah, this was definitely, and this was the emulation software has gotten better as we've gone to the point where even like people just playing on laptops usually don't have too much of a problem. But like early on, there was definitely like there was always that issue because like everybody on the show is streaming their gameplay out. They're also like simultaneously watching another stream on their browser or whatever, because they have to kind of watch the show stream just in case they need to hear a in-game music or see a screenshot and guess what the game is. So like people definitely had some issues with trying to run the game and watch the stream at the same time while also being in Discord, which I can manage that on my kind of crappy computer here, but on top of all that, like also trying to render a video to upload later. Like you should know that's it was a long-standing like thing on the server that an inside joke that like, hey, maybe don't render any video in the background while you're trying to do a stream, like I that's the thing, like we do have, I think the GBA version of Doom is still in the challenge pack, so hey, maybe Mr. Doom can play Doom on the GBA. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where people have figured out that maybe not to do other stuff while you're trying to do your stream. And I get it, while if there's nobody, like if there's nothing going on in chat, whatever, I might glance over or tab over to another window real quick just to check a message or that sort of thing. But like I at least know better than to like try to have very PC intensive or CPU intensive stuff going on in the background. Like, But like I said, so long as people are interested in playing like, old Mario, because if I'm being real, like a lot of the show is Mega Man, Mario, like Donkey Kong Country, because there's so many of those games in those series, and we've poured through them and made so many challenges that they're very common to show up on the show. Contras. You do have some like odds and ends out there, but so long as you are like, hey, you know what? I can definitely play a Mario. I can definitely play a Mega Man. Or at least, give it a good go at least. That's generally all the show is asking. Back in the day, it used to be more. There used to be more of a, I guess, competitiveness to it. Like, there used to be a tournament bracket that would run every once in a while, and people would actually play to try to like, hey, you got to get the high score. You got to win these games, because if you won, you kept going. You would be on next week or the week after. But nowadays, it's generally a bit more chill. It's more chill mostly because it tends to be like just random people. There are definitely shows where there are people who are either regulars or speedrunners, or some of the guys that do like Cuso Grande and that kind of stuff. Like, they are definitely a lot more competitive about it. But there's no reason that people can't be competitive. It's just, it's one of those things where there's kind of enough randomness in just how, you don't know what challenge is going to happen. You don't know what event's going to happen. So you can't like optimize for the pit. It just doesn't work that way. But you can still like it. People still want to put on a good show. They still want to like play a game well. So we still have fun with it in whatever way people want to show up and play, basically. Be it show off some skill, just be really bad at drawing art. It is a thing. But yeah, and I don't know if Cobra, if you ever want to be on the show, but like I said, it's pretty much open to anybody. Just so long as they pertain by the don't be an asshole rule. I mean, I just mentioned it because I know you were doing the retro achievement stuff, and that is definitely a thing that a bunch of the kind of regulars that have been on the show for a while kind of got into as well. Like most of the people in that channel on my Discord, they were all either, on the show or they, did challenge work for the show. Yeah, and I mean that's it only if you really want to. I'm not gonna sit around and like bully people into being on a stream in front of a bunch of people. Like that's not for some people that's not particularly interesting or something that they want to get into. Ah, Mr. Doom. Are you sure that Mr. Doom isn't the minus? I mean, it happens. Like I know people get into that groove of kind of playing the things that they're used to. Like my dad, my father, who is in his 60s, plays World of Warcraft still. Like he started playing it years ago. Like he hopped onto my account and would play when I wasn't around, wasn't at home, and the dude has not stopped playing World of Warcraft since. So, but it's like pretty much the only like actual video game he still plays anymore. I think he actually plays it mostly because he has played with the same group of people for forever, and so he just likes hanging out and talking to his guild mates. And since he's retired, like he's got all kinds of time, so well, see, that's one of those weird things where like he I think a lot of his like work buddies have all moved away from the area. Like a bunch of them a bunch of them basically, so he used to work for Ford at the Ford factory, the truck factory. And some years ago, a bunch of people got bought out. Like they were getting close to retirement as it was anyway, but Ford was like, "Hey, we'll basically buy your retirement out now so you can retire early, just so we can like get you off the books." And a bunch of people basically took it because they're just like, "Yeah, we'll retire now." And so, but I want to say a bunch of his buddies that were all at that same, kind of period of time, they got bought out and then they, kind of just moved on, went somewhere, went other places, retired out of state, and like he meets up with them occasionally, like whoever's still here, but you know. So I think that's why he plays a lot more the World of Warcraft these days, because he has a group of friends that he hangs out and plays the games with. And if I'm being real, like he did kind of play NES back in the day. He would occasionally play some of my video games, or well, the video games that they had bought me. So he's always kind of like been interested in gaming, but he never, kind of got into it quite as much. Let me zoom out a little bit. I think I might. Let me pause and stretch for a second. My shoulders and back are kind of stiffening up on me. Later, Steeler. Have a good night. I will probably be heading off not too and not too far from now. I'm just drinking water. I gotta get my hydration up. It is one of the things that I have been uh, really harping on myself to do more. It's kind of a thing that, like, if you're, since I have gastroparesis, yeah, I definitely have had some tooth issues too, but like since I have gastroparesis, the you end up sometimes with dehydration issues because your stuff doesn't move through your stomach particularly fast or into your intestines particularly fast. So you have to be like very frequent keeping up your intake. Otherwise, you can get it's easier to get dehydrated. But yeah, I eesh. Hopefully it's not like uh like something urgent, because like I am kind of in that same boat where uh I've got jaw issues, and it's mostly just from like poor sleep positioning and that kind of thing. So I get a lot of like clicking and grinding and stuff in my like jaw ear joint area. Yeah, yeah. That is one of the one of those things. Growing up with a lot of soda in the household. That was definitely a thing that we ran into all the time. Cleanup cost. Oh. Oh, I have to clean it up first. Yeesh. Oh man, I gotta go through and... But yeah, like I said, I definitely, I feel you on that, just from growing up with a lot of soda in the household. And I've definitely had, and part of my jaw issue, unfortunately, was that like I tended to like clinch and grind in my sleep, and it got to the point where I was cracking teeth on this left side, that I like got to the point where I just had to get them pulled because like I kept breaking teeth in that area, and they were kind of unsalvageable. Yeah, it's like I make do with a like a cheapo sleep guard, but like you're really supposed to have like a specialized like mouth. You're supposed to really have like a kind of a specialized mouth guard for it. To really help with clinching type stuff. Mm. Can I put more? Black fire. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna put in a couple more recycling centers just so I can have this like massive. Oh, of course. But yeah, teeth are always an unfun thing to mess around with in general. Always seem like they're not worth it. I mean, obviously they're important and all. You need them, but sometimes. Yeah, and that's the thing, like for the longest time I never flossed. Like I just brushed. And it was just like, and that's part of where I think my problem comes in, as just like having damage in between teeth. But then like, and that's the thing, like I eventually I kind of upgraded to one of those like sonic toothbrushes, and they're supposed to be better about that. But nowadays I just use a regular toothbrush and like a water pick. What else do I need? These more schools. Oh right, I did not have a college anywhere, I don't think. So let me put one. I definitely feel like it is a lot easier than like regular flossing. I don't know if it's specifically like better or like cleaner. It definitely feels like it at least gets in around between the teeth, especially if you like turn it on high. But like I would definitely take it over constantly either like buying the floss picks and like having to like try to wiggle them in between teeth constantly. But I would I would suspect that like between a water pick and like just a good electric toothbrush, like you can get around not having to use like the the polystyrene floss or whatever the plastic is. Oh, if you really want to go through the effort of using both, yeah, like definitely. But I think from a speed and effectiveness standpoint, like I would probably bet that you could get away with just water flossing and an electric toothbrush. I would definitely recommend checking it out then. Give it a test. Because it is... Like I said, I think it's just a lot easier overall and quicker than like having to go tooth by tooth or gap by gap with a floss. Yeah, that was one of the reasons why like when I tried to get into flossing, like that was the biggest hang up. The biggest hang up for me, like in using floss, was just getting it stuck constantly between teeth, especially like further back in your mouth where you're trying to reach like in between molars and stuff. I would have a big problem with the floss getting kind of like stuck. Like stuck sideways, like it kind of get like a little twisted, and so you have to like figure out how to move the pick around to like pull it out. It was yeah. Let me make sure I got. Um, yeah. Like I said, it's definitely a thing where 34. I think I can do that. Okay, I'm gonna pause and save it for a second. See options. Oh yeah, I theoretically I can go back into this and I could change out some of the landscape colors and such. How drastically does that change anything? Curious. Thankfully I saved it ahead of time. Is it just the residential area? Hmm. Oh, it does change a bunch of other buildings too, actually. Okay. Cool, cool. I think I will get up, stretch, and probably call it a night. My body is definitely ready for bed. I should, in fact, get my teeth scrubbed up and put the mouth guard in and tuck on into sleep. But thanks for popping in. Thanks for hanging out. How many times do I floss per day? Just with the water pick, just like once before I go to bed. It's definitely a habit that I've had to like kind of press myself into. See, that's the thing. Like I always, especially since I started wearing like the tooth guard or my sleep guard, um, I always did it before bed, just so I can kind of scrub it all out before I put a like piece of a rubber mouthpiece in. I would think that it would be better at night, but I don't know. I guess I can see why maybe they want you to do it in the morning if you like just to prevent halitosis and that kind of stuff. Like they're just like, oh, You know, if you have bad breath problems and that sort of thing, like, hey, maybe do it in the morning. But I don't know. I always. I mean, so long as you're keeping at it, that's definitely more than that's definitely more than a lot of people do, I would say. Like I know our family household was usually a lot worse off about brushing as frequently. Which was again not a good combo with the frequency of soda that was in the house. Yeah, like for me, especially since my gut stuff started going off, like I mostly only drink water, um, water or I'll make smoothies out of like fruit and like non-dairy milk and whatnot. Fruit yogurt, sometimes spinach. But yeah, let me crash out for now. I will catch you later. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. Well, if you don't have any problems with dairy milk, then it's not a big deal. It's not as big a deal, I guess. Um, the the only reason I drink it is just because uh, the like dairy fats and stuff can kind of be a bit of a pain sometimes to digest, especially if your stomach doesn't empty quickly. Um, I don't have I have only had a little bit of coconut water, and like I would coconut water is great. I love coconut water, but it's also generally like more expensive than um, like soy milk or almond milk or oat milk. I don't know if I've had like coconut milk itself, but like coconut water is definitely definitely a drink worth checking out. At least if you can get it on sale. Like I said, it's okay. I will call it a night. Yeah, definitely, definitely a better option. Um, like I said though, if you can handle the dairy, then like regular milk isn't that isn't that big a deal. But there's always better options. I I do in fact remember milk cartons. Although we always we always had jugs. We always had jugs ourselves. Although I always was interested in the weird Canadian milk bags. Because it just seems like a wacky way to like get. True. If you don't drink a lot of it, you don't eat like a lot of cereal or whatnot. Um, I, I would definitely agree that if you don't, if you're not huge on milk, then like a big jug, you will more often than not end up like wasting some of it. Okay, I gotta crash. My body's killing me. Thanks for hanging out, Cobra. Uh, hopefully you get your Castlevania done. It is unfortunately a bit too cold for hammocking at the moment, but once it warms up again, I will definitely be in the hammock for a bit. That's fair. I I will probably do some. I will probably do some more pinball achievement chasing, maybe tomorrow or Friday, this weekend. I don't know. Sometime this upcoming week. Anyway, have a good one. Oh, then I will send you on over to Smite. Oh, yeah, he is in fact working on arcade pit stuff. So you can check out show things that he's working on. Some of the challenge stuff. And in fact, I will probably go over there and watch some of it to fall asleep to. Have a good one.